Hello, everybody, and a big welcome to all you comic and pop culture aficionados. That's a pretty cool word, aficionados. Anyway, I want to show some stuff I've got recently. This video, the stuff I've got, I've had to probably gonna have to divide this up and space it over like 3 videos, or it's going to be way long, and some of them might be kind of long anyway. But just bear with me. There's some good stuff in here. This first one. Kind of going to devote to two characters that I'm really fond of, the Batman and Submariner. And this is some stuff just to fill in some holes and to upgrade. And at the end, I've got a Silver Age #1 to show you that I've been wanting for a while. Um, okay, most of this stuff is, I think, except for these first two, it's all silver and bronze. But this is a couple of Batman books that I had a few years ago, and I really don't know what happened to them, if I traded them off or sold them. Uh, but here's a two-part story, Batman 450 and 451. And the cool thing about this is you got these great Norm Breyfogle covers. Sorry. And to me, he's one of the most underrated but better Batman artists that did Batman. And I know he's got some other fans out there. I know Hippie's a big fan of Breyfogle stuff. But I just thought he did a really good Batman. And on the interiors, you got Marv Wolfman doing the scripts and Jim Aparo on the art. So there's 450. Another great cover by Breyfogle. 451. And more interiors by Aparo and Mike DiCarlo. Okay. Delving on back into the later Bronze Age. You see Gene Colan's run on Batman. I love that. Filling some holes on that. And here's Detective Comics 557. The Colan cover and Gene Colan interiors. And I think this is a Catwoman crossover also. Sorry about the glare, but it's kind of dim back here and I have to have a few lights, so I'm going to get caught in a crossfire. But a cool cover. Detective Comics 561, more Gene Colan. I think one of these has like a Green Arrow backup story, and I'm not sure which one. Okay, I think it's this one, Batman 516. This might have been part of Don Newton's run. I think it's Ross Andru and Dick Giordano cover. Okay. You got Detective Comics 486 when it was a dollar comic. Lots of good stuff in here. I think in most of these dollar books, Don Newton was the artist on the Batman stories. And then you had some other stories. Batgirl, I think Don Heck, who drew Batgirl in the early 70s and came back in the later 70s. Got a Batgirl story. I think you actually got a Human Target story. Now, I love the backup series in Action Comics in the 70s of the Human Target, drawn by Dick Giordano. And this is one of his better stories art-wise in this book. Okay, you got an Alfred story, Robin's fight with the Scarecrow. I think Kurt Schaffenberger actually did the Robin story in this one. And probably, I think that's a Dick Giordano cover too, matter of fact. Number 486. Okay, number 485. This is one that I had years ago and I don't know what happened to it, but I just acquired another copy. And this is, for Batman fans, this is kind of a key issue for a couple of reasons. Got some Don Newton art, which is always great. And in this issue, spoiler alert, the original Batwoman, Kathy Kane, meets her end. There she is. And I don't even think she actually gets to get in the costume. And she's killed by the Bronze Tiger. And you also have an appearance Some appearances by Ra's al Ghul and Talia in this story. And the Sensei, like I say, the Bronze Tiger, and I'm not sure this is the one that showed up back in the Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter or not. But like I say, some great art and story in this. Something else I was wanting to show you. I got some Robin, like I said, by Kurt Schaffenberger, which is kind of odd because he's more known for Superman family books and Shazam and Marvel family. Oh, and here you have a treat. The Demon by Steve Ditko. More Batgirl by Don Heck. And in the back, Man-Bat story with art by Don Newton. So a really nice package, and most of these are pretty cheap, and so it won't cost you an arm and a leg. I can already see this video is going to be long, so I apologize. Detective 488, another nice dollar comic. It's like another Dick Giordano cover. More Batgirl probably from Don Heck and Don Newton. And the lead story. Okay. Batman battling the League of Assassins, more Don Newton. I think this is a Garcia Lopez cover. Roy Raymond, TV detective. You hadn't probably seen him until the old 100-pagers back in the 70s. And got some more Ditko. A character of his called the Odd Man in the back. Getting back some earlier Bronze Age. These are probably upgrades. They're probably still mid to high grade. They're probably like a fine. You have Detective 463. First Prince of Black Spider. Ernie Chan cover. Ernie Chan on the interiors. And there was a little story going on in the back where some of the Justice League members were fighting the villain known as the Calculator. And what I liked about this is the Atom in the backup feature, and it's actually drawn by Mike Grell. So another one of my favorite artists. So a cool book. Batman 466 against the Signal Man. More Ernie Chan on the cover and interiors. And I'll have to take this one out and show it. Maybe one issue shy of having the whole run of original Batman family. But this is a really nice one. Mike Kaluta cover. It's worth the price alone. Jim Starlin on the frontispiece. Draws a pretty good Batman. And then you have a Batman and Robin story. Also starring the Huntress, the original Huntress from Earth 2, the Golden Age Batman's daughter. Jim Aparo art. I think the stories in this are all kind of interconnected. I haven't read this in a while, so I'm not sure. I always like the ads. There you have an ad for World's Finest with a Jim Aparo cover. And you actually have Batgirl, Batwoman, the Huntress, and Catwoman all in one story. Art by Don Heck. So, pretty good stuff in that. nice story. It's kind of showing the end when the Huntress is going back to Earth 2. And this leads into a Man-Bat story, guest starring the Demon. And this is Michael Golden artwork. Yeah, just some great panels in here. And here you get to see the Demon, as drawn by Michael Golden. So, really nice package. Like I say, Mike Kaluta, Jim Aparo, Jim Starlin, Michael Golden. Not much not to like. So. Okay. This is one of the few issues of Super DC Giant that I needed for the run. It's number 16. And this reprints a couple classic Brave and Bold issues. And I think it's got a pin-up inside. I looked at the pin-up, and it's not Murphy Anderson, but the little heads down here, that is drawn by Murphy Anderson. Like I say, it shows you what issues are reprinted in this. Brave and Bold 62, and not sure about the Metamorpho story, but some great art by Carmen Infantino and Ramona Fradon in this one. So, nice little book. And I really love this cover. I've been wanting this book for a while. This is Silver Age, Detective number 350. And not many Batman covers by Joe Kubert, but this is one of them. And it's just a little bit different take, but I kind of like it, and I'm a big fan of Kubert's artwork. So you kind of got a triple panel cover with black background. Probably a VG Plus or maybe a Fine Minus. Pretty decent shape. As far as grades go, and I've talked about this before. I know there's a lot of guys that like to collect mostly high grade stuff. A lot of guys, as long as they have a copy and it looks rat shaped, they don't care. I guess I'm kind of a hybrid of the two. If I'm trying to collect a run, I'm not really worried about grade. If I've got a very good copy, as long as I've got the run, and then if there'll be certain covers. Watch out, spit flying. There'll be certain covers that I just love, and I want to upgrade that to like a high grade book. And so I'm kind of in between. I'm not really worried about grade if I'm trying to collect a run, but if there's like especially like maybe a key issue or like a cover I love, I usually want to go for a higher grade. Okay, that's it for the Batman. Now let's go. That's it for the bats. Now we'll go to the fish. I've actually got another copy or two of this, and this is just an upgrade just because I love this cover. This is Aquaman number 60 with a great Jim Aparo cover. Just one of those books. Anytime I see a decent copy of it or see a copy cheap, I'll pick it up. I don't know why. I've got several books like that that I'm like that about. So anyway, Aquaman number 60. Okay, on to some Submariner. Okay, first we have, and I didn't get into collecting Submariner until maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I had a few issues that I'd kept as a kid, and the more I looked at it, I was like, that'd be a cool series to collect. Maybe not outrageous to accumulate them all. But I've been trying to fill some holes in the collection the last couple of years, and the last week or two I picked up several issues. Here's a Submariner Special number 2, square-bound book. I think Gene Colan does some of the art in this, and that's a great Bill Everett cover. I love these Marvel picture frame covers. They're some of my favorites. So Submariner Special number 2. Okay. Here we have Submariner 61. Number 60. Great looking cover on that one. Okay, number 56. Another great picture frame cover. And I will take this out, and this is the guy that did the art in this doesn't get a whole lot of fanfare, I guess you could say, because he's mostly known as an inker. But Dan Atkins actually does the pencils and inks on this, and this is some beautiful, beautiful artwork. There, it's a great page. Very, very underrated artist, in my opinion. You know, I think Atkins is kind of known for inking a lot of Gil Kane stuff. But you know, you see something like this, and you just kind of wonder, you know, why the guy didn't do more penciling. Because the art in this is just absolutely super. Yeah, some of the panels in here are just with the detail. If you find another page or two. Yeah, here's a good page. So I just thought I'd mention that. Like I say, it's great artwork in this, and definitely worth searching out. Submariner number 56. Okay, number 50. Another great picture frame cover. This is actually this is an all Bill Everett issue on the art, and this is the first appearance of Namorita in a Submariner book. Sorry about the glare, but like I say, I'm kind of dim back here for light. I don't know why I picked up two copies. I guess it's going to be known those covers I just love. The Submariner 44 versus the Human Torch. Mister, I'm on your side, and I'm going to prove it if I have to roast you alive. Seems like the Marvel guys are always trying to prove you. I'm on your side, but I'll kill you if I have to. So, good stuff there. Both pretty high-grade copies. So, number 42. Looks like a Gil Kane cover. This is a lower grade. This is probably more of a reader copy. Number 40, guest starring Spider-Man. What I think is cool about this issue is it's one of the few times you get to see Gene Colan on Spider-Man. So, for that reason, it's pretty cool. Seems like a lot of comics I get, I can always find, you know, there are some issues that are better than others, art-wise and story-wise, but I can always find something, something positive that I like about it. Try to, anyway. Submariner number 39. Another great cover. Number 26. It's the Red Raven. If I'm not mistaken, was a Golden Age character, maybe? Somebody have to let me know on that one. Another great cover here, Submariner 18 with Triton. And the coup de grace of this video, a book I've been wanting for a while. Like I said, since I kind of figured out that I wanted to collect this title. There's just 72 issues, so shouldn't be too bad. But I got a major one out of the way. Submariner number 1. It's probably maybe a fine copy. It's got some issues up here and maybe a light crease. I don't know if you can see that or not on the bottom. But you know, everybody's seen this book. I mean, it's just an awesome cover. Happy to have it in the collection. And guys, appreciate you sticking around if you did. And if you didn't, that's great too. just as I said, appreciate all comments and appreciate you guys watching. And I will catch you next time. Onward and upward.